I'm Damita Barksdale, and our daughter, Brooke Barksdale, is a former student here at Little Hands Learning Center. And I must say that Little Hands Learning Center got her off to a really, really great start with her education.
I'm Edward Barksdale, and I would also like to say that her starting off at Little Hands Learning Center was an excellent jump start to her learning.
She attended Little Hands Learning Center starting at the age of 2. So she was at Little Hands for 3 full years. And we absolutely loved her time there at Little Hands, the staff, the teachers, and a lot of the students and parents that we still have connections with today. One of the main reasons why we chose Little Hands Learning Center, we got the information about the school by referral. There were other parents that we knew that had children that attended Little Hands Learning Center. And so what we heard about the school was that they had a really great track record in the kids testing into the selective enrollment schools, those schools that are challenging for our kids, that's a part of the Chicago public school system, that require testing to get in.
As a parent, I'm very overprotective of my daughter, and the atmosphere that Little Hand creates put my mind at ease with her being in school away from me. So that was a great starting point. And also, when she first started at Little Hands, she was talking not in complete sentences, but she would say words every, now and then. But she started, I think, on a Wednesday. By that weekend, my daughter and I was having complete conversation. So that was my selling point. Whatever we need to do to make sure she stayed in that type of atmosphere, it had to be done.
When we initially did the tour of the school, what impressed me, I think the most, in addition to the referrals that we got from other parents, was the fact we walked into a classroom. It was, I think they were early 5-year-olds, and they were reading. Little Hands put a real focus in reading, mathematics, and also with respect to the selective enrollment schools, they had the gifted test prep that the children were sent home with on a regular basis, as well as homework, and it really prepared them really well for what was to come with the selective enrollment schools. Our daughter, she actually was accepted to our first choice of selective enrollment schools, which was Poe Classical School, one of the top schools with the Chicago public school system. And, we were really not surprised, but we were pleased to find out that there are actually 7 children in her class at Poe Classical from Little Hands Learning Center, between the Beverly location and the South Shore location. So she actually got to start school with friends. So that was a great thing. And to think that, of thousands of children that test for these spots, and there are so few spots. The classical schools, there may only be 4 or 5 in the city. Poe in particular, they only have 1 kindergarten classroom and only 28 seats. And of those thousands of children that tested, our child was able to get one of those coveted 28 seats at Poe Classical School. So that was really what we were hoping for, and we got it by putting her in Little Hands. And as far as the atmosphere of the school, you really couldn't ask for any better. Not only are the children great kids, the parents. There are some relationships that we've established with parents at the school that I still talk to those parents today. There's a few that actually their children go to Poe as well, some others at some of the other Chicago public schools. Some of them have moved on to some of the private schools, but there was some great parent relationships, as well as the relationships between the kids that were fostered during our 3 years at Little Hands. And not to mention the staff. I mean, I've seen them out at birthday parties. I mean, it's really one big family. The directors of the school, absolutely fantastic. always there when you need them for information. They're always encouraging the parents and the children to just really be their best. So can't say enough about, you know, just the entire experience at Little Hands Learning Center.
You couldn't ask for a better situation as far as teacher participation, parent participation. On most of the trips I was able to attend, and like I said previously, I think I had just as much fun, if not more, as the kids did on each and every field trip.
So we basically are so impressed with the school that even though our daughter has matriculated from Little Hands Learning Center, we had the big graduation ceremony, we are bringing her back for the summer. There's a lot of options out here for summer camps, but I can honestly say that Little Hands Learning Center, the experience for the summer is like none other out here. And as far as field trips, as far as continued curriculum with the children throughout the summer, we're really looking forward to her participating in the Little Hands program, and looking forward to, as they continue to add the age groups for the summer program, that we're going to continue to have her on here for as long as we can. So on behalf of the Barksdale family and our daughter Brooke Barksdale, we want to thank Little Hands Learning Center and the faculty, the staff, especially the directors, Michelle and Kathy, for all that they've done and all that they continue to do for our child and all of the students that come through Little Hands Learning Center.